Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, having post-traumatic stress disorder, having anxiety and panic attacks, depression. I talk about my narcissistic mother who used to beat me as a little child, my paranoid schizophrenic father who was in and out of mental institutes all my life. I talk about my unethical psychologists that raped me and sexually exploited me, and just about a plethora of other mental health related topics, including all the therapies that I've been in. But I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. All I ask in return of you is your kindness and respect in the comments. Please be kind to me, be respectful and kind to other people who comment. We don't have to agree on everything, but we do need to show respect and kindness to one another always. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Take a chance, stick around, hit that subscribe button, that little box on the right down below that says subscribe, so you'll be notified when a new video comes on. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it on social media. Let's spread the love. What are we going to talk about today? Have you heard of the psychological term projecting? Are you projecting your insecurities onto somebody else? What is projecting? Anytime you think someone holds a negative opinion of you, even though they never said so, or they never given any proof to you that they do hold such a negative opinion, you're projecting your insecurities of what you think of yourself onto that person. The other person becomes your mirror. So you see in the other person all the negative qualities that you see in yourself. You're projecting that onto the other person. This is a defense mechanism that comes from a childhood of trauma. And I've talked about how I have borderline personality disorder from my traumatic childhood of, being raised within a very abusive narcissistic mother and having a paranoid schizophrenic father. So what does this mean exactly? I'll give you some examples that I have from my own life where I did a lot of projecting. So people ask me what I do for a living all the time, all right? I get it when I went for my new eyeglasses, when I got my eyes examined. I get it when I go to the grocery market, or when I go to the library, or just anywhere, because it's, there's two questions people ask strangers, okay? What's your name is the first one. The second one is, what do you do? Now, I feel very insecure, even though I love what I do. I love writing, and I mentioned this in other videos. I love writing poetry. I love writing all the books I have on Amazon. And I love doing my mental health channel on YouTube. I love doing that. I love coming on here and talking about these very important issues with you guys. But here's the big thing. I don't get recognized for that. I don't get paid in return for all the hard work and effort I put into what I do. So, like I told you, the last paycheck I got was like in May, and it was like $107 or something like that. And that was May, so months ago. So I'm coming on and researching, doing all this research for what the topics are going to cover. I have to find a new topic because I do it every single day. And then, all the effort and work to download, upload, edit, and then market it. It takes like many, many hours a day. But I'm not getting the money. So I feel very insecure when people ask me what I do, to tell them what I do every day, because then they'll, because of my insecurity, because I feel inadequate, because I feel I'm not good enough, because I'm really not getting the money for what I'm doing. So I project that insecurity I have onto other people, and I feel like they're devaluing me. The light here is just not good. Okay. Oh God, see, this is what I mean. I do all my videos on my phone, so I don't have a lighting crew. I don't have a photographer or a cameraman. I have nothing. Just me and my cheap phone that's like $100 or something. It's an old phone. So I project that onto other people. So whether or not that's true, that people really think that, it's me projecting that onto other people, my insecurity. I used to do that all the time too when I first got married. I'll be honest with you. As a borderline, I have a deep-seated fear of abandonment. So I have very deep trust issues. It takes me like forever to trust someone. I mean, I make people jump hoops in my life. I put them through test after test, and why is that? I don't trust people. I did some soul searching and some inner work and self-analysis into myself, is because I'm not trustworthy. In the beginning of my marriage with my husband, anytime he talked to another woman at work, just work related, I got very upset and very jealous and accused him of wanting to cheat on me. Now, was this true? No, my husband never cheated on me at all. I was projecting. See, I wasn't trusting my husband because deep down, I didn't trust myself. And I'm the one who ended up cheating several times over in my marriage to my husband. He never cheated once. But in the beginning, before any of us cheated, before I cheated or before my husband cheated, I projected those feelings onto him, that he can't be trusted, when they were really, negative feelings about myself, that I can't be trusted. See what I'm saying? So in other words, if you're a liar, you'll be the first one to accuse someone else that they're lying. You're projecting your negative qualities, your negative traits onto the other person and accusing them of the very same things that you are, when they're not that at all. You're that. See, so this is how projection works. Now, there's also positive projection. All I've been talking about right now is negative projection. So, say someone always wanted to paint, wanted to be a painter, but they didn't feel they were ever good enough. And they never felt they would never make any lucrative income being an artist, because it depends. If you're well established, some artists make, a lot of money, but most don't. Most people who are artists don't make much money. So you just never thought you were good enough. You never thought you would make it as an artist. So then you become attractive to other people who are artists, who are painters, because that positive projection, something that you always wanted to do, but you couldn't bring yourself to do it, and you see it in someone else, then that's a positive projection. Then you will be attracted to that person for the very thing, because they're doing the very thing that you've always wanted to do, but were afraid to do. And so this is why sometimes opposites attract, you know. Sometimes not in always good ways either. Like a very shy person might be attracted to someone very flamboyant, obnoxious, boisterous, because the shy person always wanted to speak up, but was so painfully shy they never could. So they become attracted to someone who does speak up. And the person who's loud and boisterous is attracted to the very quiet, mousy woman, because, you know, that person always wanted to feel calm and relaxed when they're, you know, very anxious, and that's why they're boisterous and loud. They're not like, they can't self-soothe. So those qualities of calmness and quiet and self-soothing they see in someone else, and they become attracted to those positive traits they're projecting that they want it in themselves. They project it, you know, they have it in someone else instead. See what I'm saying? So it could be a mirror image of the positive traits that you want so much, you know, desire so much in yourself, that you see on someone else. You're projecting those positive traits that you really want to be that way. So you gravitate towards someone who is the way that you wish you could be. So it isn't. It's very interesting. Psychology is very, very interesting. I always say that. That's why I love to do the mental health channel, and that's why after going to therapy and it never doing any good for me, I was always interested in psychology. A lot of people said I should have become a psychologist. Even professional people, psychologists themselves, said I was a closet therapist. So this isn't just from anyone saying this. This is from professional people too. Projection always pops up a lot when people are angry, okay? It's an overreaction to something. So if you get very defensive, like if you kick yourself because you're not like an ambitious person, and you're a lazy person, and you know you really don't have much desire to do something, and you lost your job, and your wife says just nonchalantly, so how's the job search go? And you get very defensive over it because you know you're really not doing a job search. You're just, you know, sitting on the couch all day, you know, drinking beer, eating chicken wings, being depressed about losing your job. You haven't really made the effort into, you know, looking for a new job or trying to take some courses or further your education or anything. And your wife just asks you, you know, a simple, you know, question, and then you jump down the throat. You know, why are you always after me for? You know, why are you always interrogating me? I don't want to be interrogated. Because you're overreacting to her simple question because you know that you haven't done anything. That you know, you're not ambitious. You're just sinking lower and lower every day, doing nothing. You're not motivated. And so when your wife asks you this question, she's just, you know, she's not even thinking like, you know, anything of it. She's not thinking like that, but right away you accuse her, you know, of interrogating you because that's how you feel inside. It has nothing to do with her. See what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with her and everything to do with you. And this is what, you know, it's feelings of being misunderstood. It's built up resentment over time. And then, you know, you just overreact to a simple thing. You get very defensive. That's how you know someone is projecting. If you were the wife and you asked that question to your husband and he starts snapping at you, and why are you asking me that? Why are you always on my back? I just asked you once. Why are you interrogating me? Then you would say, then you would see that your husband was projecting on you his insecurity, that he's lazy and incompetent and not doing anything, looking for work. So you can see the person will be very defensive. They'll be very snappy. They'll snap at you just for asking an innocuous question that you don't mean no harm in, and then they snap at you. They get uppity. They get defensive. They're projecting. They're projecting how they really feel about themselves, even though you're not meaning it that way at all. It's just a simple question, These aspects are that you see in someone else, you really hate in yourself. These are things that you hate in yourself, so you hate them so much you can't face them, and I don't think you're even doing this on a conscious level. It's a subconscious level that you are doing this. So there's a lot to be said about projection. Let me know what you think. I've given you some examples of it and some examples from my life when I first got married. And even now, when people ask me, what do? I'm projecting my own insecurities about my own failure as a person, making it as a YouTuber. That's my own projecting onto people. No one has ever said anything about that because I never told anyone I lie. Because I project that they're going to think of me as a loser. Because what I do every day is not bringing in the monetary compensation for all the work and effort I put into it. I'm not seeing anything come of it. So telling people that I'm doing this all day long, 7 days a week, telling them this is what I do, in my mind they'll think that I'm making lots of money. Why else are you doing this? You're not making any money. They think I'm like stupid. And I know this is my own insecurities that I'm projecting onto someone else, and therefore I lie, and I don't tell them what I do. I tell them I do data entry, but this is just my stuff. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you projected. I love to hear from you guys. I have new subscribers that are commenting now, so let's get the ball rolling. Let me know if you notice when someone else is projecting onto you, and if you're aware of it, if you're aware that someone is doing that, then you don't take it as personal, because you could say, all right, you know what, it's all about them and their insecurities. It has nothing to do with me. So if you're aware of someone projecting onto you, then you can say, okay, you're not going to be as hurt or upset or angry, because you can say it's all about them. It has nothing to do with me. All right, until next time, let me know if you want to talk about something specific. I'll be open to that. I'm always open. I love you guys. Let's keep this channel growing and growing. And you have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.